What's up, YouTube world? Steve Billionaire. Hope everybody's having a great day. So, as you all know, I have this character called Do-Rag Steve. And then there's Steve Billionaire, which is me. It's all a mix of multiple personalities into one. So, this is Steve Billionaire. Hoodie Steve, whatever you want to call it. I'm joking. But nah, I'm just going to keep it 100. I've been watching a lot of different videos, and I just want to give a disclaimer right now. I just want you all to know everything that I do and say is very authentic, and people that know me and know me well know that I am. I try to be honest as possible. Obviously, certain things you just don't want people to know about because you got to me, have some privacy in your life. But when I made the decision to do YouTube, I decided that I'm going to be putting myself out there. So to a lot of people, that's a lot. And this is kind of what this video is about, is not being afraid to kind of unmask yourself or to be transparent. And even sometimes show different sides of yourself. Show, I would say, vulnerability of yourself. Show actual real life and the things that you go through. And in this video, I will be telling you something, and I will call it more of a challenge that I'm going through. And I really hope that this video just shows, for those subscribers that have been following me and have watched my videos, I just want to humbly thank you all for looking at them. But for those that have, you will hopefully, y'all already understand me, so you all will get me. But those that don't, hopefully this video will bring people to subscribe and also to watch all my videos, because in life there are times you have to have fun. I love to have fun. You have to be informative. You have to have critical thinking. You also have to be, or tell your truth, and then talk about your experiences, and for the most part, give wisdom as well. And the whole thing with me, and then in my YouTube channel, I wanted to build faith, I hope, for people, be a motivator, inspire, because that's always been in my spirit ever since I've been a kid. I really didn't understand it when I was a kid, but now at this age, I totally understand. And for those that really know me, they know throughout my life, I've always been what I understand now, a light for people. So yes, hopefully I can be a light to people that I don't know, and hopefully, obviously, on this YouTube platform, I'm being a light to the world, because a lot of people all over the world watch YouTube. So I hope all the things that I say and do, I'm very passionate, and I get into different things in sports. Sometimes, yeah, I'll curse too, even though I'm a very spiritual, I believe in God, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. But at the end of the day, I am a human being. I have emotions. I go off track, I go on track, but for the most part, I always try to do what's right, for the most part. Not saying I'm perfect, because no one's perfect. So one of the challenges that I'm going through, and I'm going to speak about today, and I'm noticing that, yeah, I'm sure a lot of, and I'm going to talk about in America, in this society, is health insurance. So health insurance is very expensive, whether you work on a job or the journey that I am on now. And just to let you know, I've been working on my own. I will probably reveal exactly what I do later. But at this moment, I'm not ready to reveal that. But it has its challenges, because when I used to work a job, you had those things taken care of, your health insurance, your dental insurance, getting used to having a check every week, every 2 weeks, every month, however you get checks. Now, when you're on your own, you have to hustle. You have to make your own money. You have to be able to have money to pay for your living expenses. And that includes health insurance. And when you're young, you can kind of get away with things for the most part, and you feel like you're strong and you're healthy and you don't need no health insurance. But as you get older, your body is like a car. So as the car gets older, different things can possibly break down. And most important, and like I was saying, like a car breakdown. So now, not only you have to take care of the things that happen to you, I'm using a car as an analogy, you also have to, as always, maintenance and get checkups. Make sure everything is good. Make sure your heart is good. Make sure your blood is good. Make sure everything in your body is good. And you can't take that lightly. And just to share a personal story with me, because I think it's important sometimes not to share everything about your life, but to share some things. And I'm sharing this in hopes that people can not only relate to me, but they may have had similar experiences. So, and I would share this. My mom passed away, wow, I would say probably let me see, it's 2025, I would say probably 15 or 16 years ago now. And she passed away of lung cancer. Before she passed away, she wasn't the type that went to the doctor too often. And to be honest, it was because, and a lot of people go through this, they become, especially as you get older, whatever, you become more afraid to go get checkups because you don't want to hear bad news or something happening to you. But the thing is, and I will tell everyone, stay on top of your health. And you've seen that I've stayed on top of my health. I recently did a 4-day water fast. So the reason kind of behind it, I've always been healthy, but for the most part, I've become more health conscious now, especially as you get older, was because my mom, because she didn't go, and she just, started thinking back about her life, the things she should have done. She smoked. She started smoking when she was like 17 years old. So I'm pretty sure that was definitely the reason why she came down with lung cancer. But she said, promise me that you would stay on top of your health and you will go get checkups. Don't be like I was. So that's part of the reason why since then, I've always did checkups, but when I was younger, I kind of skip a year or two, maybe even 3, depending on where I'm at in life. I'm now more conscious to stay on top of my health. So I'm saying all that to go back to my current situation. The money I'm making is great. That's the reason, part of the reason, well, it is the reason why I hope and pray that I get into this YouTube program, because obviously if I do, then now I can have things paid off, my debt comes down, and then I can hopefully live a good lifestyle. I have other things going on as far as trying to work on passive incomes, but YouTube is it, y'all, and I would suggest all of you to get into YouTube. But it takes discipline, it takes consistency, it takes just keep doing it, and that's what I've been doing. I've been doing it for the most part, shooting videos every day, and each time I'm getting better and better and figuring out better ideas and better ways to, improve myself and to give great content and to give, things that are interesting, informative, but at the same time, staying always authentic. So this is one of those videos that is really true. It's nothing that I'm trying to make up or trying to get someone to feel sorry for me or anything like that. This is in real time happening. So I have 2 days to get medical insurance, and I'm trying to figure it out. Like, okay, how can I afford this? Because now I'm on my own. So I have to come up with this payment every month. So the whole Obamacare, the fights with that and insurance, I'm sure you know this, if you don't have insurance, and if you pay taxes, then now the IRS, because you don't have insurance, will penalize you. which is crazy. I don't even understand that. That's a whole nother subject in another video. But yes, so you're dealing with that. Like, okay, I don't want to be penalized from the IRS because I don't have no health insurance. But depending on your situation, depending on your circumstances, they have these different programs, but none of these programs is working to the effect that I can get a payment or a quote that's going to be good for me, that I can pay. I'm not going to, get canceled out, and I can be able to make the payment. Right now, the quotes I've been getting is astronomical as far as the amounts that they want per month for health insurance. And the thing is, obviously, it's like having any other insurance: fire insurance, life insurance, home insurance, whatever insurance you have. The whole thing is, if everything is okay, then you're paying whatever you're paying a month, and they're making their money. That's how they're in business, and you're not using it. But we know that you have to have it, because when something does happen, then that's when you need it. And hopefully you don't get into situations that they don't come through and pay for it, or have the money for you to use to take care of whatever you need to take care of. And then on top of that, you don't want no technicalities to happen, because we've seen that happen as well. And that's happened in my life too. Another story in another situation where the insurance just pulled out and wasn't able to come with the money at the time when it was really needed. And then it was like months later, they apologized, and it was a error that basically happened. And that was the reason why. But because of that error, it caused a lot of strain in a lot of situation. But, that's another story for another video. But anyway, going back to my current situation, that's the situation I'm in right now. So this is where anybody that knows, that's working on their own, or that's behind on bills or debt or whatever, you have to have a strong faith in God. And you have to understand that when your back is against the wall, and when things are not going great, and I'm showing you all this in real time, you have to keep your faith strong. A lot of times, there are days, I'll be honest, I'm like, man, I don't know where it's going to come from. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do this, how I'm going to push through to whatever circumstances that I have, but it figures itself out. But guess what? When you're in real time, worry, anxiety, sometimes panic comes over you. But this is when you have to pray and understand that God has you, and you're going to figure it out. A solution's going to come. Something's going to come out of somewhere where you don't even know or don't even expect, and it's going to be taken care of. So I'm saying all this to hopefully encourage, hopefully motivate, because we all, and that's what I'm seeing throughout in America, our society, and even throughout the world. Like, it's life. Things is going to happen. It's going to be ups. It's going to be downs. But it's how you get through the adversity that gives you that, not only that lesson, but builds and strengthens your character. I've been through a lot of different things within the past, I would say 10 to 15 years. And yes, if from the outside looking in, you would have thought I would have gave up or been done. But I've had friends in my life, some family members, but really more friends, close friends that have motivated me, that have encouraged me and kept me with my head above water and floating. And then to the point where it's like, all right, I got this. Then I stood up, and then I marched, and then I walked out. I walked it out, and I got through the storm, whatever analogy you want to use. And I look back and was like, wow, because when I was in it, I didn't know how it was going to turn out, or what was going to happen for me to get out of this situation. So now I'm in this current situation. So I say all this to say is, we forget when things have happened to us in the past, and we get caught up in the moment, in the present. But sometimes you have to rewind your tape, or maybe your friend or family member or the person, your girlfriend or your wife or your husband, whoever is close to you, can remind you of other storms or other things that you went through and what happened for you to figure it out. And then once you figured it out, then you were able to move forward and get through it. And then obviously you have what they call in church or in life a testimony to tell what you went through, what happened, and how you endured and got out of it and through it. But I definitely want people to comment. I'm pretty sure you ain't got to get personal or tell your story. But this medical insurance, I know I'm not the only one going through it. I mean, it's just crazy how expensive it is. And there should be solutions for everybody on every level of the income bracket on what to do. To me, it should be like, all right, let's assess your living expenses and everything else. And then once everything is broken down, then it's like, okay, we understand now. This would be hard for you to afford. I just seen today the credit card debt and our country deficit is crazy. And the credit card debt is crazy. And the reason why, you can go and easily say, oh, people are just spending frivolously and they're just buying stuff that they don't need or trying to stick with the Joneses or whatever. But I bet you a high percentage is using credit cards to pay off bills or living expenses, food, keeping the light bill on, whatever, keeping the heat on, your electricity, car note, everything that you need to take care of your living expenses. California is not a cheap place to live. There are people that I know now and even in the past that, they can't stay here no more. If they've been renting, the rent is increased. It's gone double and triple, especially after COVID. These landlords, because they lost so much money, they have been like, we got to make our money back. And that's how they think. So they just, we're going to raise the rent. They can't raise the rent so much because there's a law, I believe it's like 2-3%. They can't raise the rent, but they did it, and people can't afford to live here no more. It's reality. And then you got to make life decisions to go to another state, another area, another place where you can live and afford it, pretty much. So I don't know what you all are going through, but that's my current situation. And to be grateful, I'm alive. I'm healthy for the most part, thank God. I exercise, I work out, I stay on top of my health. I try to eat right. I try to do the best that I can. But with that being said, I am older. I'm not like 20. I'm not 30. I look younger, but I'm up there. I'm in my 50s. I'll just leave it at that, and I'll let y'all guess if y'all want. But I'm not going to tell my age. But yes, so thank God, genes, taking care of myself. I've been able to maintain, but at the end of the day, I can't check my blood. I can't check my organs. I can't check all those things. I need to get checkups in order to know where I'm at, make sure everything is good, and then I can go live my life. Because we've seen people, massive heart attacks, strokes, different things, coming out with cancers or diseases or whatever. It happens. And what you don't want to happen, and that's unfortunately what happened to my mom. She found out too late. Now, if she would have found out early, because she did chemo and everything, maybe she had a shot, because they did get rid of most of the cancer, but it has what is called metastasized, and it went to her brain. It did. So, and I still feel, even when I'm talking about it. But, I just wanted to share something personal and share my truth. because I'm pretty sure, and I hope this resonate or this speaks to someone, because sometimes we compartmentalize a lot of stuff that goes on in our lives. But just so you know, sometimes you need to hear it from others just to know that I'm not the only one going through it. Because as human beings and psychologically, we tend to all do that. We'll tend to think like, why me? Why is this happening to me? Why this keeps happening to me? Why I can't get over whatever hump? Why can I just get a quote unquote break? Yes, but just so you know, because I know now, I didn't know this when I was younger. So this message is to anybody that watched this video. We all go through things. Some people go through things far worse than others, especially health-wise or life-wise, living-wise, deaths in the family, a lot of different things. So God taught us to not only love one another, but to encourage one another, to be there for one another, to assist one another. I try in my own way to do that the best that I can. I can always do more, and we can all do more. And my message, I know I've kind of gone off of the message about the health insurance, but it kind of relates to it, is because I'm talking about mental health as well, is always be there for someone. Always be there to listen. Always be there to give them encouragement and motivation, and let them know you understand and you can relate to it. Because a lot of people tend to start going down roads of drugs or drinking, and God forbid, there's people that get so depressed they unfortunately take their life because they don't want to deal with life anymore. And then you have people that are homeless. Not all homeless want to be in the streets. They had things that happened in their life that they end up being in the street because of life and what it entails and what happens to you. So I say all that to say is that I'm going to figure it out. Please pray for me to figure it out, but I'm pretty sure I will. And this is therapeutic to me, speaking to all of you, because I know that I hope that I'm helping someone to, if they're going through anything, that it's going to be okay. You will figure it out. Life is not going to end if I don't have no medical insurance. I will figure it out. I will come up with the money. Manifestation is real. I will have insurance. I will be able to pay for the insurance. I may have to move some things around, but I'm going to be able to do it. So that's it, y'all. I just want to let you know, this was what was on my mind, and these were my thoughts. It's getting a little dark. I'm talking in my car. But yeah, it's life. And I just sincerely hope that, what I'm doing now and my goals and mission is to get into this YouTube program, that it's all going to work out. And I know it's going to work out because I've been doing the work. I've been consistent. I've been putting out content, and I'm going to continue. I'm not going to stop because I'm not one to give up. I've always been that type. So I want to thank you all for listening. I want to thank you all for watching. If you watched this whole video, I definitely appreciate it. It will bring my watch hours even higher, and I can move more towards getting into this program, giving y'all all great content, not only serious subjects, but laughing, showing different sides of my personality. And I just hope y'all rock with me and y'all enjoy it all. But thank you very much for listening. You have a good evening. If you watch this, have a good morning, have a great day, have a good afternoon, and most of all, y'all stay prayed up and stay blessed. And thank you for watching. Steve Billionaire, please subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Adios, I'm out.